Hey guys, in this video we're going to discuss how to keep the surfboard stuck to your feet when you try to do airs and do any sort of trick when you're doing surfing. Um, Now, we're going to go through a couple examples here with Chip Wilson on air reverses because that's what all the boys and the girls want to do these days. Now you can see he comes off the bottom, and the first thing that I'll point out is he doesn't have straps stuck to his surfboard. So a lot of surfers don't use straps when they surf, surprisingly enough. However, snowboarders do, and that's why snowboarders can do more intense rotations than surfers. But in surfing, we have to just rely on our pure skill and often willpower to keep the board stuck to our feet. Now, the first thing I want to bring up is don't think of it in terms of keeping the board stuck to my feet. Keep keep thinking about it and switch it around because the actual true thing that you're doing is keeping your body stuck to your board. When you do your air, what you're doing is essentially you're hitting the lip and you're going with where the lip's going, and you're taking that force feedback from that punching lip and going with it, and then that's where your surfboard's going because that's where the lip punched you, and then you want to move in that direction. So you're keeping up with your surfboard. But the first thing I want to bring up is you can see as he hits the lip here, he's pushing into his front foot. He's got a lot of weight on his front foot. And that basically, when the lip hits the bottom of his surfboard here, um, basically what it does is it creates this stick with the front foot because you've got one thing, you've got your foot on your surfboard, and the wave hits your board while you've got a lot of weight on that front foot as it hits the front of your board, and then of course that sticks you to your board really a lot because there's two forces coming together. The next thing is that because that happens, and a lot of the airs, like you notice it even on, let's find an example, this one. Um, he lines it up. This one he does an air reverse, but you can see before he launches off the lip, he's got his front leg straight because he's actually pushing into that front leg and then starting to transition his way to his back foot. However, it's really important to do this because look at this. Look at the way that lip's just hit his board and it's just stuck to his front foot. So he didn't even get any connection there at all, really. Disconnection, I mean. The next thing is you need to, so because the wave's constantly moving towards the beach here, you need to be thinking about it in that sense. So if I have a look at, let's have a look at a different example here. So let's do this backside air reverse. So as you go up to the top, you're going to hit this lip. Now notice the lip's always curling out like this. The wave's always moving towards the beach. And so do you. When you hit that lip, you need to jump out into the flats and launch out into the flats. Don't worry, you won't actually land in the flats most of the time, especially on normal beach breaks, only if you hit some really intense sections. But you can see he hits this, he pushes himself towards the beach. And then what that does is it allows you to take your surfboard from when it hits that lip, boom, you can take that surfboard and go with it, with where the wave is moving to. The wave will most likely, so you can see he's pushing out towards the beach. He's not actually popping in the board up or anything like that. He pushes out and pushes forwards over the board because that's where the wave is pushing him. So that's the next thing. So that's all I really wanted to talk about. But you can see whoosh, he just really wafts that tail out to the beach. And that's the direction that you need to take it. Um, Now, when you are trying to do these airs, it can be really tough, but that's why we started Surf Precision Academy. It's an online web-based platform for surf coaching. So you get a library of 40 plus videos explaining to you how to do all these advanced maneuvers. At the moment, I'm working on a course, the pop shover course, frontside and backside. So these pop shovers that Chip Wilson does, we'll just go to it here. This one, we're doing a course on teaching people how to actually land these. Not many people can actually do them, but there's an art to them, and so we're going to break it down for you. Another thing is straight airs. We've got a course on straight airs. We've got a course on air reverses and like straight airs like this. The course goes through this air in actually this actual air. It goes through it, and laybacks, backside airs, and any sort of air or any turn you want to do. There's also a power surfing course. And essentially, when you're sort of in the course, you can just message one of the coaches, including me, anytime you want, and we'll get back to you with all the tips and the questions that you want answered. Um, You can also email us your videos if you're in the academy. We'll get back to you with a quick video explaining how to improve. Um, and that's all part of the service. That's all part of the offering. You basically get access to the courses, and you also get access to one-on-one mentorship with the coaches as well. Plus, you get access to the private community, and essentially for every single course, for example, the Aeroverse course, there's a forum in there. So for everyone that's trying to learn how to do Aeroverses, you can all discuss with each other and discuss things that help you as well, because sometimes these things are by experience as well. So as other surfers learn, they might have stomped it because they were trying something different, and maybe they'll share that with you. And so if you sort of post questions on there, they'll get back to you and help you as well. So there's all these ways that we've developed to help you improve your surfing. One, you get the private community of collaborative surfers who are also wanting to improve. You get direct mentorship one-on-one with coaches, and then you also get access to all the courses. So we've developed this. It's up on our website at www.surfprecisionacademy.com.au. And there's also some free things you can sign up for as well. There's the free air tips forum. You can just ask questions on airs or any sort of surf tip you want on there, and you can just sign up for free. You can get a taste of what it's like. However, you won't get access to any of the courses or anything like that. But if you have any tips that you really want, leave a comment below and we'll get back to you. And if you thought this video might have helped you with sticking your board to your feet, leave it a thumbs up. Really helps with the algorithm, really helps me to help more surfers out there in the surfing community improve their surfing. So anyway, thanks guys.